Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Reza Yulitasari. I'm from class A2 2019 and my student ID number is 19220119. Now I would like to explain a presentation about my proposal. The title is Teaching Speaking News Item Text Using Project-Based Learning through Google Meet. A. Background of the research. Language is something that has been embedded since birth in the world. Because of the existence of this language, human life becomes a variety of cultures. Language is a medium for the development of the human mind, especially in expressing things. Creating good communication means having an ability to enrich herself or himself with many knowledge about language. Ilinawati and Dharma 2018. In the current global era, the language that is the main ingredient is English because it is clear that English has become an international language. To some extent, the community has made English as the language of daily communication. B. Research question. 1. How are the scenario and implementation of teaching speaking use item text using project-based learning through Google Meet? 2. What are students and teachers' response to the use of project-based learning through Google Meet in teaching speaking use item text? 3. What are student difficulties in learning speaking use item text using project-based learning through Google Meet? 4. What are teachers' difficulties in teaching speaking use item text using project-based learning through Google Meet? C. Objective of the research. 1. To find out the scenario and implementation of teaching speaking use item text using project-based learning through Google Meet. 2. To investigate students and teachers' response to the use of project-based learning through Google Meet in the teaching speaking use item text. 3. To discover students' difficulties in learning speaking use item text using project-based learning through Google Meet. 4. To examine teachers' difficulties in teaching speaking use item text using project-based learning through Google Meet. D. Significance of the research. 1. For teacher. A. Can be a material study or comparison for teachers in teaching speaking. B. To help teachers discover the methods of learning speaking. C. This research can be used as teacher material. 2. For student. A. The student can improving speaking skill. B. Easier to resolve learning. C. Students have skills such as speaking, delivering news, being active, and accomplishing group tasks. 3. For next learning process. A. Reference material for speaking teaching. B. As a comparison in the methods of learning. E. Definition of key terms. 1. Speaking skill. Speaking is an excellent skill. This involves hearing and learning to improve clarity in communicating properly. 2. Teaching speaking. Teaching speaking is learning that increases speech skills becomes good. 3. Project-based learning or PBL. Project-based learning is teaching methods in which students learn actively that students will produce the project in person. 4. Google Meet application. The application is commonly used as a means of convenience between a teacher and a disciple so that learning is still productive in spite of a different location. F. Literature review. 1. Speaking. A. Definition must have considered speaking to be an important skill in teaching a second language, since it is always used in communicating. Speaking skill is the most important skill to acquire foreign or second language learning. Rao 2019. B. Teaching speaking. In teaching, a teacher must have creativity in the teaching process. However, students' achievements cannot be measured in a teacher's creativity. This means the teacher must be able to understand the material to be presented in order to help students achieve goals. 2. News item text. A. Definition. The news item text is 13 kinds that are in English. Functional text, news items present to events and news of their most recent nature. 3. Project-based learning. A. Definition. Project-based learning or PBL is a learning method that uses projects as the core of learning. Hollis and Agis 2020. Project-based learning is an active, student-centered form of instruction which is characterized by students. B. Stage of project-based learning. First is generating questions or formulating the expected learning outcome. Second is designing and planning procedures. Third is data collection. Fourth is executing the task of projects. Fifth is presentation and evaluation. 4. Google Meet application. Google Meet is Google's video conferencing software provided by Google. Google Meet allows users to share their screen and provide the feature to either share whole screen or just a tape. Sing and OST 2020. G. Methodology and research procedure. Preparation. The inspectors have also set up an administration such as listen and text news items as materials. Implementation. Teachers teach students through Google Meet using project-based learning tool will be collected at the end of the study. All the study students will create a project from studying. Evaluation. In the results of the study, teachers can learn students' understanding of the skill to speak with news item text. Data results will be collected and then analyzed and treated as research materials. 8. Subject of the research. The subject will be a student from junior high school in Changgora, West Java. To the researcher took 9th grade with a total of 35 students with 15 female and 20 male students. I. Research instrument. Spoken test is test to measure student speaking ability. Pretest do analysis before doing learning process using project-based learning through Google Meet. Protest is giving test to the student of teaching using project-based learning to Google Meet. J. Data collection. Spoken test students test to test English speaking skills by reading text that the teachers had provided. Pretests are the tests of the extent of students' abilities before learning methods are performed, while pro-tests are activities that are performed after students are given teaching using the teaching method project-based learning by teachers to re-examine the students' abilities. K. References. This is references from proposal. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry if there are any mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.